What's up, guys? Man, Rick here. My man Oscar.
What's up, friends? How you guys doing? Excited to be back with another week of fantasy football.
Oscar, come on, man. We've been doing this. I mean, this is what, week 6. So we've done this. I guess this is maybe the 6th one, 7th one, something like that. You know, I'm gonna throw it to you at the intro. Where you at, man?
What's the intro?
I just want to say, hey, what's up? And then I'm here with my man Oscar. Where you at?
Oh, sorry. There was a bit of a delay there, wasn't there? I thought you were going to keep talking.
Oh, man, I'm gonna throw it to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Man, well, good to be with you guys today, and man, we're kind of getting through some of the crazy COVID stuff. It was good to see the Titans get to play football last night, and
Tuesday night football.
dude, I didn't get to see all of it, but they looked pretty. I mean, what I saw, they looked pretty good, and the box score sure looked good.
Well, if you didn't get to see Derrick Henry manhandle Josh Norman, I highly suggest you go back and look at that, because that was one of the most incredible manhandlings I've ever seen in my entire life. So
I did get. I missed it live, but I got to see the highlight of him just shoving him down.
yeah, Derrick Henry is a man of a man, and so it's pretty cool to see.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good to see them. We got to see Alex Smith, the rebirth of Alex Smith.
Yeah, I'm so terrified just seeing that guy on the field. But it's a pretty cool story, pretty amazing to see what that guy came back from. If you haven't watched that, I think it was E60 special on ESPN, Project 11, where just everything that he went through to come back on the football field is nothing short of amazing. So really cool to see.
I want to check it out. That looks pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, dude almost had his leg cut off, amputated.
Yeah. Is that they're playing football?
It's insane. So, like I said, I get scared, and then he's got Aaron Donald attacking him, of all people. Poor guy. Give this guy a break.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was an exciting week. We had lots of games, lots of stuff happening. The Patriots got moved, got postponed. But I feel like Belichick was just like, hey, somebody else better test positive. We're not doing this again without Cam.
Yeah.
Well, who knows?
That's probably what it was. He had a vial of COVID somewhere and gave it to one of his players.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, let's check out this week's matchups. We'll just kind of run through what we had going on. You and I faced off, and I was the victor.
Yeah, I said my team has been underperforming, and I was sure they were going to overperform, and they did not. So you're going to get to throw water on me at some point. Not today, but sometime soon. I will keep my end of the bargain.
That's the second time I've heard that. Not today. Obed took down Kyle. Deep sleepers, still sleeping through it. And another brother-in-law match. Chris took out the 3-time champ, took him to 2-3, and so good job, Chris. Rick was really thwarted by Gary. Man.
Oh man, Gary's team really came on hard this week. I mean, that's a solid outing for a team that didn't look like it was going to do much of anything at the beginning of the season. So good job, Gary.
Yeah, that for me, that was the surprise this week.
Yeah,
I mean, not just winning, but putting up 150. I mean, good job, Gary. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. This was the surprise for me. I thought this was going to be a lot more competitive game. And Diego just smashed Justin. Justin didn't even make it to 90 points. So a little bit surprised by that one, but.
Oh, man. Justin beat Kyle by 0.1 points.
1/10.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that is a surprise for me too. And then Will doing damage, just taking people out, man.
Will's team's good. I said it from the beginning. Will's got a solid team. Put up points.
I was thinking about this week how both of the teams well, three. We had three new team managers this year, and so Chris and Justin and Will, and Chris is fighting and bringing it together, but Justin and Will have they've had really really strong teams, and all three of those guys didn't. None of them inherited great teams.
No, they did not.
I think all three of those guys have done awesome.
Yeah,
So,
great job, guys.
for sure.
It's exciting to get new players in the league that want to play and that are playing. And so,
About that with the trade, I've always I will keep being a proponent of not having a trade period and a review period or anything like that, because I think we can still like if you and Andrew do a dirty trade, we can still go back and undo that.
right.
I'll continue to be a proponent of dropping that 24-hour period, but I was thinking about it just a couple weeks ago. This is the key to that, is having a bunch of owners that care and are going to be in it. And
yeah.
So, man, you guys, everybody, y'all are making the league great, and so thank you guys for that. Let's catch up with some of the standings. So I'm still holding tight in first with Diego and Will right there on my heels, man. Three teams at 4-1. We're starting to see a little bit more separation as we get more and more games going. We're starting to see a little bit more separation between the teams. Rick and Justin at 3-2, so they're at a tier of their own. Andrew and Luke, man, perennial powerhouses at 2-3. But I will tell you, I remember last year or the year before, Andrew went on like an 8-game win streak.
Yeah.
Everyone is still in it. Okay, Kyle, like you could win 8 straight and be 9-4. Just so you guys know, if you're 7-6, you're probably in the playoffs.
Yep.
So 7 games is kind of that goal. You want to get at least there, and then past that, it just kind of locks you in. But I think we've had a 6-7 team make it before.
6-7.
I can't quite remember. It's right in there. If you get 8 wins, you're pretty much assured to be in. If you get 7, I think you're got a really good chance of being in. And so for you guys, make sure you guys know, if there are teams tied, it will come down to the points scored for, how many points you scored. So that's where, like when I sat my defense the other day against Obed, that matters because I didn't put up points. And that could come back to bite me in the rear when it comes to halftime. So anyway, just for you guys to know that. But let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams at 2-3, and then you and Kyle bringing up
the rear.
I'm not used to seeing you at the bottom of the standings.
Nor am I, Jonathan, nor am I. But that's what happens. And so I'm just keeping number 11 spot warm for somebody else. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to come back.
I mean, that's where Kyle lives.
Poor Kyle. We love you, Kyle.
We do. And Kyle, you have upped your game so much this year, for real.
And COVID hit Kyle pretty hard. So some of these COVID games and delays and stuff like that hit Kyle pretty hard.
Hey, man, had Derrick Henry scoring a couple of touchdowns last night, though.
Yeah.
So I want to look at this trade real quick, and then let's talk about it. Okay.
Let's look at this trade.
Melvin Gordon, and you get Melvin Gordon and Tyler Lockett, and Luke gets Zeke.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how this happened.
So sitting at home, trying to enjoy a nice family dinner with my family, just hanging out. And within the span of about 20 minutes, I get 2 trade offers for Zeke. Apparently he was the belle of the ball last night, which I understand. With Dak hurt, there's going to be a lot of leaning on Zeke. So he's got a lot of upside, which for people that don't know, Zeke has an amazing floor. You will get 20 points out of Zeke every single week. He may not crush it with 40 points, but you're going to get 20 points out of Zeke every single week. And you can't say that about a lot of players. He's maybe one of 3 that you will get a floor of 20 points. And so he's a great deal. So I was getting trade offers, and Luke sweetened the pot with some draft cash for next year. So I get players that I can play right now, plug in and play right now. Plus I get to build on my future next year. So it was win-win for me. It helps Luke out. And so I've got to do something. I'm not winning games right now. And so I had to make moves, and Luke sent me the best offer. And so that's what we're going with. We'll see what happens. It could blow up in my face, or it could blow up in Luke's face. You just don't know.
You know, I was sharing with you this morning. I was a little frustrated when I saw it come through because one, Luke's team got better, and two, I, I had tried to get Zeke from you at a different time before I got Edwards-Helaire, you know, and I offered you a lot for Zeke at that time,
Yes.
more than anything you're offered this time around.
That is correct. You did send me a fantastic offer, and I thought long and hard about it, and I was really, really going to take it, and I ended up not taking it, and I regretted it very much. Can't retroactively go and trade people, so what do you do?
And
But like I told you this morning, I was in a lot different position back then than I am now, and so I had to make a move. Once again, guys, nobody is untradeable. Keep that in mind. You have to make moves, and I had to make a move. Luke sent me a great offer, and so I took it.
yeah, and I mean, like we've talked about, it's great for both your teams. You know, really good for you. Like you talked about, that's kind of the idea of you take one player that's going to score 20 to 25 points but's elite and is going to do that every week, and you turned him into 2 players that'll score 15 points or 20 points, and so ultimately your team gets better across the board. Luke's team gets better in one position, and so great trade. It was a great trade. So
Yeah.
man, well, it was fun to see it come across. I was a little frustrated. I was a little sad, but it felt better once I looked at Luke's team again today and was like, well, I mean, he doesn't have as much depth as I thought he might have. Mike Davis is about to not be worth a whole lot. Although I'm hoping that Mike Davis and Christian McCaffrey, like Mike just takes a little bit. He can take a little bit off of McCaffrey, then he's not worth that much, and McCaffrey's not McCaffrey anymore, and that's my hope.
Well, we'll see. I honestly think Mike Davis is going to take a little bit at the beginning, but it's going to be the Christian McCaffrey show not long after that. So
he got that bag, so I'm sure he's going to get quite a bit. But let's move on to waivers. We had a lot of waiver pickups. For me, this was kind of the most excited I've been about waiver pickups. I told you for the first time yesterday, I was going back and forth. Man, Chase Claypool was the one for me. I couldn't decide what to do. I couldn't decide how much I actually wanted him. I don't necessarily need him. I don't know that he's gonna be that great, but there's the possibility that he could be really great. And so I kind of wanted him just for the possibility. And so I told you, I went in yesterday. I got on and I was like, I'm going to put $40 on Chase Claypool. Done. Walk away. And then multiple times I went back. No, I'm 20. I'm only going to do 20. No, 35. And so I ended up at 25. I didn't get him. Diego got him at 30, and that was the right bid. Justin also bid 30. I was next highest at 25. People are going after him. What do you think about Claypool?
So personally, I think Claypool's got a ton of upside. The Steelers throw the ball, obviously. They're not just strictly a running team. Obviously, they got a good run game, but they throw the ball. Big Ben's going to throw the ball. And Deontay Johnson keeps getting hurt. Juju gets hurt from time to time. And I think Chase Claypool's going to be great long run. I don't know how great he's going to be in the immediate future. But yeah, I told you earlier this morning, I forgot that waivers ran last night because there was a game on last night. And so late at night, I was thinking about putting in a bid for Chase Claypool, but I was going to bid $10. And so, because like I said, I don't know that he's going to turn out that great this season, but I think he's going to be great down the line. I think he's going to be somebody to keep your eye on. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, you and I are talking. I feel like one of my weaknesses is I don't go hard enough after waiver wire pickups, and so that's where I was like $40. I'm gonna go get him, And of course, then I pulled back.
Yeah, it's tough.
I it would just be fun to have him to see because he's really really great. I agree. I think long term, like if there's a dynasty league, like great. He is. I mean, he's keepable. Right now for $30. So that would be pretty great. But
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. The other one I was interested in was Fulgham. The more I thought about it, the less interested in him I was. Justin got him for $30. Luke for 16, which was a good bid. I had put in 15 for him. I don't. We'll see. I mean, the Eagles are a little bit of a mess, and we got a couple guys coming back, Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey coming back at some point. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, those any Eagles player right now. No offense against our Eagles fans, it's hard to bet on them right now. They just haven't been a great team. There's potential in them, but Carson Wentz hasn't been a great quarterback. And I love Carson Wentz, and I'd love for him to succeed, but he just hasn't been great. So that's a scary proposition, spending $30 on an Eagles player, but I hope it works out for you, Justin. I really do. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, especially
and here's the one that breaks my heart. Drop Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah. I kind of looked at Deshaun a little bit. He just hasn't been that good, but he's still Deshaun. Still got that. Justin got him. I was hoping to get Mike Gesicki, but I didn't think I would have to bid very much. Andrew showed me I should have bid more because I've got Waller on a bye this week. And then some other ones. Brandon Cooks went off, and so Andrew picked him up. That was, likely we've seen Brandon Cooks. Likely that was his game this season, or he may have another one or two. Just kind of rolling the dice with him, but I mean, sometimes you got to do that, and that can be worth it for sure.
Yep.
But man, AJ Green can't keep a team right now.
He can't stay healthy right now. So,
well, let's. You got to sit down with your brother-in-law Gary, and who I got on this week. And if you haven't seen the Cotton Bowl, the Red River water bet, you need to check that out. That was a pretty special deal.
Yeah, that's a pretty epic water bet. Like, not all of them get paid out in a special place like that. Mine got paid out in my front yard next to a dog turd. The Cotton Bowl was a lot more epic, so it was really cool.
I got to throw the water on him, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, he just threw water on that guy!" And then we hugged, and it was, everything was fun. But it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, let's check out your interview with Gary.
All right, friends, what's up? I am here with the one, the only Gary Paredez. As most of y'all know, he is my brother-in-law. In the chat sleeper app, he is known as Crane Elite and Discount Double Checks. So what's up, Gary? How are you?
What's up, guys? I'm great. How are y'all? How are you?
I'm good, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So like Oscar said, I'm Gary. Live in Frisco / Plano. So live in Frisco, working in Plano, and just moved out here recently to be closer to my daughters. Got 2 daughters, 8 and 6, Mackenzie and Cammie. And so yeah, that's kind of that in a nutshell.
Awesome. What do you do for a living?
So HTO, if you guys have ever heard of HTO, it's a tea shop. If you haven't, you need to find out about it. It's fantastic. But yeah, so we opened one out here. We've opened one. We're working on McKinney and Frisco locations here pretty soon. And so, yeah, excited to expand this brand and this company out here. So
awesome. And so you're managing those stores, right?
Correct. Yeah. So right now, like I said, Plano's our first location that's open, and we're working on the next few, trying to get them going. So
that's awesome. Yeah. If y'all haven't had HTO, it's fantastic. I highly recommend the coconut. Get you some of that. Yeah. So tell us about fantasy football. How long you've been playing? Some of your best wins and your bad beats. I think I know what your best win is. I'm gonna wait and see, but I feel like I know what it is.
It's funny. I was trying to think. I was seeing some of the other people's answers and things like that, and I was trying to think. I was like, I've been playing fantasy football for a little while. Obviously, I've been in this league, man. I really don't know how many years I've been in this league. Obviously, you got me in, or Perky, one of y'all, and so I've been in this league for a little while with you guys. But even before this league, I've got another couple other leagues I've been in for a while. Really and truly, I have 2 leagues that are just legit leagues, and this is one of them. This is one of my faves, and the other one's right there with it. But so they're all fun. They're different leagues. The other league is a regular snake draft type thing. This is, this whole PPR was a new concept to me going into this thing. I've never played PPR leagues. I've always just played regular, just standard points. You get so many points for how many yards and all that good stuff. So anyway, all that being said, in this league, as everybody knows, I want everybody to know, just for the record, I am trying to win every year. The Moneyball thing, I go in every year telling myself, okay, I'm going to be a little more aggressive. And, I always end up leaving way too much money on the table. I'm swearing next year it's not happening. So y'all get ready. I'm going to be bidding with the big hosses next year. So
we'll wait and
I
see.
feel good about a couple of my and like Jonathan said, I'm not playing for next year yet. I'm still in it for this year, but I feel good about a couple of my foundation pieces for next year. And so hoping I can keep on to them guys and build for next year and be ready to bid up. And so anyway,
we're all waiting with bated breath to see if you'll actually spend some money next year.
I know. And then as far as, it's funny, as far as best beats and bad beats, whatever, it's hard for me to remember it, other than this year. I mean, so like, obviously I've got 1 win this season, brother-in-law. That's the one I'm thinking right now. That's my best win right now. It's just there. And so last time I won before this and in this league. And then, I don't know, worst beats. Same. I'm trying to think of this year. I felt
losing to Perky or Andrew, right? Those are the worst.
Oh, yeah. It was, well.
Or me.
Everybody says the good stuff about Andrew, and it's true. He's great. And so when you lose to Andrew, you kind of expect it. You always hope to win, but you're like, if I lose to Andrew, okay. But it's when you lose to somebody, you're like, I really felt, no offense, Diego, you've got a great squad. I felt great about my matchup last week, and then you had a couple guys win straight off, and I was like, golly. And then, of course, Eckler went down and a couple of things, and so I felt really good about that matchup. I thought I was going to actually pull it, and then it went, Mixon went off, and then somebody else. He had 2 or 3 guys that went just off, and so I was like, all right. So anyway.
For the best of us, right?
Oh, yeah. But I feel good this week, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good. So I was actually the big win that I was thinking about. You won a whole lot of money in one of your leagues.
Oh yeah,
You won a Des Bryant signed football, right?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna mention that, but that's in the other league. So in the other league,
fine.
Yeah, that is my best win. Yeah, that's like a $200 entry fee league. And so the championship that year, I won like $1,500, and it was a signed football from Des Bryant. Which, okay, you guys, nobody knows where Des Bryant's at now. I don't know where that football's at now. So.
Oh, nice. Well, back in the day, that football was worth a lot of money when you won.
Oh yeah, it's out there. Someone has it. I don't remember who I gave it to. I gave it to somebody. Yeah. And it's an authenticated signed football by Des Bryant. It's got the picture of him signing it and everything. It's a legit deal. But so Des Bryant kind of went off to the deep end, and so did that ball somewhere. So that was definitely my best win. And I got second place in that same league last year. And second place in that league last year was $1,000 or something like that. So anyway, just But that's what I'm trying to bring some of that, that goodness over here. Hadn't been able to.
Aren't we all? I've been letting everybody know that I got out of all of my other leagues to solely focus on this league, and now I'm doing the worst than I've done in years. So,
crazy,
what do you do?
It is crazy.
Fantasy football. Well, all right, man. You got any parting words? Anything you want to say to the rest of the league? Any last trash talk or well wishes to anybody you got?
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, just I know I'm that guy. I'm the money baller. I am here to win, and so every week I'm going out there looking to win. Like I said, I feel good about my matchup this week. We got to see. Jimmy Grandpa did pretty good for me Thursday night, as did Michael Montgomery or whatever his name is, David Montgomery, John Michael Montgomery,
whoever that guy is, right?
David Montgomery. Anyway, so they put up a good start for me. So hoping we can continue that into the week and see what happens. But other than that, when you see discount double checks, We're coming to play. We're the Oakland Athletics. If you guys watch baseball, that's us. We're the Oakland Athletics. Nobody knows our names, but we can beat you.
Well, that sounds great, man. I love it. Well, all right. Thank you for your time, and keep playing. And hopefully next time we play each other, I beat you.
Yeah, hopefully not, but we'll see.
All right. Later, man.
All right. Sounds good. Bye.
Well, awesome. It was so great to talk to Gary. As you guys know, he's my brother-in-law, but he lives in Frisco, Texas now, so I don't get to see him all the time. So anytime we get to sit and chat, I really enjoy it. He's a great guy. I love him like a brother. He's my brother-in-law, and I want to see him succeed with his Moneyball premise. We'll see if that works. So we may have to get him to change his name from Discount Double Checks to Mr. Moneyball or something like that.
I like the discount double check because it talks about the discounts that he looks for, and he's also the Aaron Rodgers guy. So I thought it was pretty clever.
It is creative. It is creative.
Well, and it's funny. I mean, you guys did that interview, and then he comes and drops 150 this week. So I mean,
exactly. And as a matter of fact, he talks about it in the interview because that interview took place before this weekend. So yeah, he called it. He called a shot.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, man, I love Gary. It's been neat to get to meet up with him a couple times with the draft and then with the Red River game. So Gary's awesome. Miss having him here in Midland. But let's look at this week's matchups, and we got some big ones coming. Week 6, we got I was kind of on the channel this morning talking about the Chiefs game got moved to Monday, so there's a doubleheader on Monday. So there is a Thursday night game, which is kind of breaking my heart a little bit. I was really looking forward to it, but it is what it is. We got Tuesday night football. I guess we can't be too greedy.
Plus, we get 2 games on Monday night, so
that's fair. Yeah, but I've got groups, so I usually miss most of those anyway.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. So me and Kyle going head to head, 4-1 versus 1-4. Man, anything can happen. So I got Kamara, I got Waller, I got those guys on bye. I got Keenan Allen, who's on bye and injured, and so I mean, this is a good week to play me.
Do you smell that, Jonathan? Do you smell that? It smells like a water bet to me. That's what it smells like to me. It smells like a water bet.
You know I'm in. I'm in. Kyle, you let me know. I'm in. And we got Will and Chris going head to head. These projections are probably all messed up because of bye weeks and stuff like that. So
we still got some Patriots. I think Patriots COVID players and stuff like that. So yeah, there's still some COVID stuff going on there. People may need to put some people in. Make sure you're paying attention to that too, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Luke and Rick, this should be a pretty good matchup. I think that 68 points is not accurate, but I think that's going to be a good matchup. That'll be fun to see. You get to 1-4 versus 4-1 again. You taking on Diego. How you feeling, man?
Well, obviously my projections are going to change, and so I'm hoping the trade pays off. That's why I made the trade, to diversify my points and go for upside. And so we'll see. I mean, obviously, I really hope I beat Diego. I really do. Diego's got a good team, so
he really does. This is the best team Diego's ever had.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
and he's had some really good teams. Diego's always a perennial contender. He hasn't. I don't think he's ever made it to the championship, but he's always right there. So,
yeah. Well, I liked a couple years ago. He was Project Rebuild. He's like, I'm rebuilding. Oh man, but then we got Andrew and Justin going head to head. That should be a pretty good matchup. Don't let Andrew's losing record fool you, or even Justin being 3-2, I think this would be a good matchup.
Yeah,
pretty good. And then the matchup of the 2 and 3s, got Gary and Obed going head to head, so that'll be interesting.
And I tell you what, speaking of trades, that trade that you and Obed made, it really turned Obed's team around. He was staring down the barrel of 1-4, and actually he was he didn't have any wins, did he? When you made the trade, or did he have one?
Yeah, and then he won last week.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So all that to say is that trade definitely helped Obed. He was looking down the barrel of a losing season and totally turned his team around. So don't be scared to make a trade, guys.
Yeah, and I mean it. I mean, it hadn't turned out that great for me so far. I had AJ Brown. Now, AJ Brown looked great this week, but I had him on my bench, and Allaire has not been awesome.
But it also hasn't hurt you.
Yeah. So. No, I feel great about it. I mean, I still feel great about Allaire. We're 5 weeks in. He's got a really good floor. He's going to be involved, and I think his involvement is only going to go up. He hasn't had the breakout game yet, so I'm just looking forward to that. Maybe this week on Monday Night Football.
We'll see.
Bills. We'll see who lost their first.
They did not look so great against Tennessee.
Man, we're I think that brings us to a close. It's going to be another good week of football. Everybody keep watching, keep paying attention, playing the waiver wire, and keep making those trades. Every year there's people that lose 4 straight or something like that. They come back, win a championship. So, nobody's out of it. Keep playing. That's what I was literally telling Jenna last night. I was like, I have a really good team, and so I'm having a hard time not just sitting back, because I know that what happened for the first 5 weeks is not necessarily what's going to happen for the next, what is that, 11? For the next 11. And so you can't sit on the first 5 weeks. And so, man, anything can happen. You guys keep playing.
Yeah, that's right. And speaking of trades, do you have an update for us on our trade deadline?
Oh, yeah. So I need to look back at exactly how it says it again, but it should be right before Thanksgiving is when the trade deadline will be. So we got a few more weeks for that. Probably, I think it's week 11. So we'd have about 5-6 more weeks. But I'll get some more details to you. It's worded kind of weird. It's not a specific day. It's a week. And so I'll have to, I'll get you guys a more specific details about that.
Sounds great.
You still got some time, but that will happen before, you kind of got to get your trades locked in before we get to the playoffs, a couple weeks before we get to the playoffs. And so that's the idea, is you got to kind of make your decisions then, and you're not making trades into the playoffs with teams that, aren't, right? Anyway, man, y'all have a great week. Good luck to everyone except Kyle.
Yeah. Good luck, guys. Once again, like I say at the end of every week, keep playing, keep making those moves, keep making trades. Your season is not over. My season is not over. Kyle, your season is not over. Keep playing. It's going to be great.
Yep. We'll see you guys.
Later, guys.